Hello, everybody. Right, let's see. We are live. We are definitely live. Yes, we are. We are live. Stream connection is good. Stream health is good. Happy days. Right. Awesome awesomes. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Right, we are live. So we're going to be painting some Kharn the Betrayer tonight. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more work on him, obviously, because it's pre-order week for the World Eaters. Got this little glow here. There you go. It's a little bit better. Yeah! Can't wait for World Eaters. So, I have no idea who's in chat. So, we're going to be doing stuff. Who's that? I think my watch has just died. Cool. So the plan is for World Eaters is Angron is coming, 8 bound are coming, and a box of Kharn Berserkers are coming as well as the Codex. The plan is I've got to do an Age of Sigmar tournament on Sunday, and then when I come back I will be jumping on. Hopefully it'll be around about this time, but we'll play it by ear. I'll be, as soon as I'm back, should be around about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'll be on. Now the plan is to start working on Angron if he arrives or I get him. He could arrive on the Saturday, which means that if I'm at work I may not actually get him until Monday. So the fallback plan of that is I will have Kharn Berserkers on Sunday, a box of Kharn Berserkers. So we will build Kharn Berserkers and paint up a Kharn Berserker and generally get hype done for the new book and for the new stuff and everything else. So yeah, I have got Kharn. We are working on Kharn, so it's all cool. Yeah, and it's the channel is going really well, actually, really well. There is going to be new content tomorrow. Hopefully, a new video going up tomorrow. I am a little bit busy with overtime in work at this week. So there's not as much video content being made as I'd like to. So hopefully that'll pick up next week and I can start getting the content railed out. So let's have a little look at what I've been doing. So apart from Kharn, I have obviously been working on my Slaves to Darkness army. Trying to get these guys sort of working through them. Where's my little knobbly noofa bit? Where is it? Can't find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's too dark. Better. Right. So this is what I've been working on. Is the Chaos Lord. Obviously, if you're following on Instagram, you'll see the freehand that I did on the back of him. I need to do the back of his axe. But he's pretty much almost finished. Mainly the head to do, but just working on the axe. Still not too sure if I'm 100% happy with it. Need to finish this part here and then the back. But yeah, he's not too bad. I've been working on a couple of other bits and pieces as well. Painting up some more, finishing off elves, finishing off these guys as well. It's all been good. Churning away through, trying to get all my backlog done. Also been working on this guy. He's practically done. Need to do the swords. The last stream I was like painting this guy and the Chaos Lord. But yeah, I've also done a big chunk of freehand on this guy too. So this guy is almost finished. So it's actually pretty good. But yeah, and Kharn is currently sitting at this. So hang on, wait there. I think I've knocked the camera. There you go. That's where you're supposed to be, Kharn. That's better. So yeah, I've been chipping away at Kharn as well. Done the bones. Got him on the base. Thought I'd put a little head there. We can decide on what chapter we can do on that. Am I supposed to be doing a painting lesson tonight? That's a really good question. I need to check. I need a PM Ray actually. Find out exactly when we're doing that. I'm pretty sure it's not. It's definitely not tonight. He'd have reminded me. He'd have PM'd me by now. Going, where are you, dude? So yeah, we're gonna be working on Kharn. And then yeah, so there's those, and then there's these parts here. Which is basically what we're going to be doing. But first things first, we're going to, as we do all the time, we're going to flip over to. Again, I'm such a pro streamer. Such a pro streamer. There you go. We're going to jump over to this, and we're going to have a little look at what's happening in the world of Warhams. So we finished off on the old world. So have a look. White Dwarf 485 unleashes more of Arcane Tomes and sets the grots loose in Warcry. Nice picture of Kharn. So boarding action. So there's going to be a the Void Siege rules. Interesting. Okay. Jailbreaker. Nice. And then some Gits in the Mortal Realms and some other bits and pieces. And a tale of 44 Warlords. Nice. So some pretty cool stuff in White Dwarf. Especially if you're into your boarding actions, I suppose. A delicious duo of halfling star players to bring the halftime snacks to Blood Bowl. I do like the halfling miniatures. They have a lot of character. They really do have a lot of character. It's very cool. Oh, this I've seen this guy on Instagram. He is really nice. Really nice. We're definitely going to be watching this. It's really, really nice mini. Light energies light the way. Saurus Bearer. Ooh. The new Sauruses are gorgeous. Tell you what, with some decent contrast, you'll be able to smash them out in no time. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. He is nice. That is nice. I like that. Ooh, Celestial Conduit. Add 1 to casting rules for friendly Seraphon wizards within 12 inches of any friendly units with this ability. In addition, add 6 inches to the range of any spells cast by friendly Seraphon wizards within 12 inches of any friendly units with this ability. Friendly Seraphon units have a 6 ward save while they're wholly within 12 inches of friendly units with this ability. Ooh, nice. 6 ward save. He's going to be taking a lot. So new boarding action boxes. Going to be coming out very shortly, I believe. There is a Grey Knights one, a Gene Stealer one, which is mostly Tyranids, and a Necron one. So the Necron, I have no idea what all of that is. Warriors, is that the Cryptek Guard thing, guys? Warriors, yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to say Lich Guard and some Destroyers. Okay. Nids, handful of Gene Stealers, Warriors, and a Broodlord. Cool. And Grey Knights, Terminators, and the Strike Squad, and Castle and Crow. Alright. Nice. Interesting. I like that one. And the Rumour Engine miniature is Feathers. That is definitely Lizard Men. Ooh, our B-Ties. Judge Dredd meets 40k. Cool. They are really, really nice miniatures. They really are. There's just something really cool about them. These need to be added as a playable class in Darktide as well. That is nice. I like that. Yeah, they are really cool. Really cool. I like how you can have the Vox on the model, or you can have it as its separate piece and have him a little bit less busy. That's pretty cool. I like the helmets. Sprues colour look quite good. Wow, wow, look at all the boarding shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boarding shields. Is this a 10-man squad? Yes, it is. Is it a 10-man squad? Yeah, it is. It's a 10-man squad. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10-man squad and a dog. Oh, wow. Gunner, Monitor. Oh, yeah. And I really like the decals. That's quality. They're really cool. They are impressive. Vampire. These look gorgeous. Really impressed with these guys. The new Warcry stuff is really nice. Especially the Kharn stuff. I like the Kharn stuff. But the vampires are pretty cool. Okay. If you don't play Warcry, you'll have no idea what any of this means. Oh, I thought they were going to get a little bit more showing, but it's really hoping to see these guys. I like the Kharn, the Kharn warriors. Could be very tempted to do a Kharn army for. Is it R-Bytes or RBTs? How to pronounce the trickiest Warhammer words according to the experts. See what they say. I think it's R-Bytes.
The 41st millennium is full of dangers, from heretics and witches to perfidious Xenos, not Xenos. The last thing you want to be worrying about while you're trying to stay alive in the grim darkness of the far future is how to pronounce things. To save you that difficulty, we've put together this handy Warhammer 40,000 vocabulary guide.
Abaddon.
We're starting with the despoiler himself. The Warmaster is Abaddon, but he'll launch a new Black Crusade against you if you say his name like that. It's Abaddon. The Dark Prince, she who thirsts, the Lord of Excess, goes by many names. But Slaanesh isn't one of them. It's pronounced Slaanesh.
Zeech.
Sticking in the realm of chaos, the name of the Changer of the Ways presents a perplexing puzzle of pronunciation. It's Zeech, if you're wondering. This one's a shoo-in on the list. It's not Reboot, it's Rebootay Gilliman.
Well, that's
He's
Lehman.
not named after a fruit, and you'll feel a right lemon if you pronounce Lehman Russ wrong. There's certainly some bite to their cyber mastiffs, but they'll arrest you pretty quickly, unless you call them the Adeptus Arbites.
It's R-Bytes.
Space Marine captains need all the help they can get, but they're not backed up by lieutenants. It's lieutenants that they turn to for support.
Very British way of saying it.
The hordes of the hive mind were first discovered on Tyran. Don't get tongue-tied with this one. It's not Tyranids, it's Tyranids. Want to join in the fun with the orcs? Always remember it's wah and not wah or wah or wah. What's that big thing ripping the galaxy in two? That's the Sicky. The Six, the Sicky, that's the Great Rift.
Very good. Very good. Right, let's do some painting. We've had enough of that crap. Right, so we're going to get some Mephistionio Radio, and we're going to jump on to this. Jump on to this. Do. Right, get this in here. This is where Ray comes in now and goes, dude, we're supposed to be doing a painting lesson. I'll be like, oh no! Can we reschedule? Pretty sure, I can't remember when I said I was going to do it. That's terrible of me. Such a bad teacher. So what I'm doing is just layering up some more was about to say Kharn red, but it's not. It's Mephiston red. Now we've done the Warhams. So yeah, I watched a couple of battle reports on the old World Eaters, and they seem pretty fun. Now I was a big player and enjoyed my Kharn Demonkin back in 7th edition. Really enjoyed that army. They were very, very cool and very, very enjoyable to play. So yeah, the prospect of getting back to an army similar to that. Now I know you don't really have the demons anymore. Well, you can kind of have the demons, but you can't have the demons because the way, if I remember rightly, the way that the old Demonkin book worked is your blood tithe points basically allowed you to summon in demons with your blood tithe points. It was very similar to how the Blades of Kharn work in Age of Sigmar. So I think you got like eight blood tithe points. You basically brought in a bloodthirster. But I think that the downside of that was that you lost like a unit champion. Because obviously it had to be summoned in. So there's always one unit champion that you never killed. And then he would turn into a bloodthirster. And he was the one with no real gear options or anything like that, because obviously you lost all of the points that you were spending into him. Okay. So for anyone that's just joined, hello. Look, if you notice the little bar down here. Here. It's now 16:01 since the last stream. So yeah, I'm really quite chuffed with that. We're gonna do. No, I'm not. I'm gonna just do all of that brass. So yeah, the main thing that I need to do now is basically the weapon, and then there's like a little bit of gold and stuff on these parts. But yeah, mainly. But what we are going to do is work on the. He says, not realising where he's put any of his paints. That's Rune Lord Brass. That's one of them. Now I need the other brass one. There it is, Castellan. So that's what I want. So I'm going to put the brass on, and then we can start. Now for Angron, I'm going to do a different brass recipe. I'm going to put a lot more yellow into it. So I'm going to probably mix a little bit of Castellan bronze with some gold. So I'll show you now what I'm thinking, because he's got quite a yellowy brass. Now I do have like a copper. So the idea is to sort of get a brass base coat like this. So I'm going to just do this now. So like a brass base coat like that. Okay. And then as an example, here is the brass paste coat without the gold in it, so you can kind of see the difference. So this one's actually quite thin. So there you go, you can kind of see the difference. quite dark. It's quite a little bit brighter, and that's going to be the idea. Oh my god, it's cold tonight. It's a bit chilly, so this is... Need the red to dry. I'll zoom in shortly. If you haven't, obviously, you know, hit the old subscription button, feel free to do so. It would be really cool if you could. I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And I do have a model to give away, but I can't remember where I put it. I haven't lost it, it's just been moved. But yes, I will find it, and I will have it on the next stream, and we'll be able to look at it, and I'll tell you. So basically, when I hit 2,000 subscribers, so we're 200, no we're not, we're 399 away, I will give away the sniper, the sniper mini from Warhammer Plus. The dude with the big sniper rifle, the Vindicate Assassin on the statue, I'm going to give him away. But I've moved him somewhere and I can't remember where. That's going to be the plan. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to win that mini, then feel free to hit the subscription button. Obviously, like the stream, and the algorithm gods will like us, and we'll grow a little faster. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I haven't got auto zoom or anything like that. I kind of like not doing auto zoom. I could switch it to auto zoom, not auto zoom, auto focus, but I've always been told by other better streamers not to do it. Oh. So it's going to take at least 2 thin coats. If only that was my catchphrase. I also found confirmation today in the World Eaters Codex that Juggernaut, a unit of Juggernauts, are definitely coming at some stage in the future. Always feels kind of weird that that they released basically a generic Juggernaut Lord and a named character version. Right, Striking Scorpion 82, he is a named character. And not an actual unit of Juggernauts. So there is artwork in the new codex of the new Lord Invocatus, I think that's how you say it. And he's riding along, and there's 3 Juggernauts with him. I've posted a picture on the community tab on the YouTube channel, as well as over on my Instagram channel if you want to see it. !Insta if you want to bring up the link. So yeah, I think it's a soft confirmation that these will be coming. Now, obviously, they're not coming anytime soon because, well, there is nothing else coming right now in 9th edition for the World Eaters. They've literally just got a new codex and a couple of new units, and obviously Angron. But I can guarantee in 10th edition they will definitely 100% get some additional stuff, some additional love. And that will be awesome. It's amazing actually how many people argued about it. I linked it into to the Facebook group, and amazing the amount of people that were like, "No, that's not right. That's not true." Like honestly, I'm pretty convinced now that that the vast majority of 40k players are whiny ass bitches. Like, seriously. Like, you know, if you're going to get cool new stuff, and a unit of Juggernaut Berserkers would be awesome. And, you know, why are you getting angry that someone is like, yay, I've heard a rumour, and this kind of confirms that rumour? Check this out. And they're like, no, no. But it's the same thing with the whole Red Butchers and all this kind of stuff. Like, personally, the idea and the concept behind 8-bound seem to be far, far cooler than a unit of crazy Terminators. Which I'll probably get because I'm probably going to end up doing 30k World Eaters as well. So what we can do is we can change, we can tidy up the red once the bronze is done. And there's a little bits and pieces here and there that just need tidied, and then we'll do the pistol. So I definitely want to, at the least tonight, I want to get this arm finished. There's a lot of bone there that I need to do and stuff like that, but yeah. But really looking forward to actually getting to play the World Eaters. The Votan have been sold. Woohoo! Right, let's have a little look. So, I reckon definitely another layer of this. Pretty sure I've got 2 of these brasses, you know. I have the other ones over there. The dark, I got one, and it was like I already had one. I didn't realize I had one. I completely forgot that I'd bought it. I bought another one, and then when I was looking at the paint, I was like, "This is awfully darker than what I expected it to be." And then when I started using it, I was like, and then I seen this pot, and I opened this one, and it was like a lot lighter. Right. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Kharn red, not Kharn red, some Mephiston red, and I'm just going to tidy up a little bit. Now, there's a line there. Now, I'm not too sure if that's a brass line or if it's a part of his hand armor. So what I'm going to do, thankfully, the normal Kharn Berserkers don't have as crazy amount of trim as what Kharn has. So just here, there's a line of indented armor. You can kind of just see the line there. Now, I'm not too sure if that is going to be red or if it's going to be brass. So I'm going to go and check now on the GW website. And then we can start doing this red. Because I want the arm done. I want the arm done. Online store, Games Workshop. Let's have a little look. Not Age of Sigmar. Why? Because I'm an Age of Sigmar player. I keep pressing that. World Eaters. Oh wow. So according to this, World Eaters have 29 units products for sale, and Thousand Suns have 29 products for sale. Chaos Space Marines have 54. Kharn the Betrayer. Hellbrutes, gotta have 3 Hellbrutes. Hellbrutes are the way. Mr. Betrayer, let's have a little look at you. 360 button, which is really handy. I love this button. Right, it is indeed brass. Okay, so we can actually see that here. Look, it is indeed brass. You can kind of see that little line there on the hand. So we're going to do that brass. If you're ever stuck when you paint, and you're unsure what color a part is, and you can't see it on the box art or something like that. Hey babes, this is Mrs. Pointy is in the house. My queen, how you doing, my love? Then it's a good idea to jump onto the GW website, bang up the 360 thing, and then have a look at exactly what it is. Because sometimes it might not be overly obvious. Right, so we now need some Kharn red, just to start shading these areas. We'll then get a little bit black, and we'll drop it down a little bit more. And again, always, you know, if you're unsure, have a little look to see how they've done it. And you can see on the shoulder that they've got these nice little light spots, which we can do. They haven't really got one on this side because obviously it's going to be behind and the shoulder pad and backpack's there. This part in here is red and they've got like a little light spot there. So we can kind of see how they've done it. And the inside of the teeth isn't really done that well. So we can kind of sort of just go in there with some shading, which is exactly what we're going to do. So get some, but yes, super excited for World Eaters. Really excited. Okay, so nice and thin. It's kind of sort of just dropping it into the deepest recesses. When we add a little bit of black to this and darken it down a lot more, then we'll be a little bit more precise. The paint won't be as thin as this. This is like what I would use for a glaze. do apologise about my nail. It is growing back slowly. I banged it a few months ago and the whole nail just come off. Like, it wasn't the actual nail, it was more like the top end of my finger up here. Like up here, that I banged. And then the whole nail just it kind of grew out, but there was like a big chunk of it missing as it grew. It was very weird. And there was no real bruising or anything either. So it does look kind of gnarly. I do apologise. Alright, so completely missed all of this part here. Boo boo. Once I get a head round what music I can play on YouTube, then I'll start playing something other than my video music. Which is probably going to be a little bit better. Of course, once the Kharn Berserkers arrive, I will be doing a tutorial on them. Which is going to be super cool. Really look forward to actually. But yeah. Okay. Right. So we're just going to get some Evil Sun Scarlet. I'm going to start working on the highlights a little bit shortly. I'm probably going to do the red slightly different when it comes to the actual Berserkers, because there's going to be more of the red on show rather than what on Kharn, where there's a lot more brass. So I will try to do more of a rich, vibrant red. With Kharn, it's more kind of do a red that's sort of pops a little bit more in regards to the shadows, because like he's literally mostly brass. There's a lot of shit on him. Like, he is really busy. Like, he is a really, really busy character. He's an angry, angry guy. Okay. There's almost going to be a black wash sort of line in there by the end. Right, let's just get this. So yeah, for Angron, the plan is I'm going to when actually I'll be able to show you now actually. So when I'm filming, I can do this, but I'm going to sort the camera out a lot properly. So position it in the right place. It's where it needs to be. But while we're streaming, what I'm going to do is I'll flip to that screen and then I'll record stuff while I'm doing it for YouTube content. So every now and again I will be doing that. Don't worry about talking and chatting and stuff like that, you won't be able to see it. Because the first thing we're going to do when we get him, the first stream with him, we're going to be building him, and I'm going to do all of the base and stuff like that, because I'm not a big fan of the base that he comes with, so I want to build a nice cool base for him. So I've got some Fimo and some Milliput, and tomorrow I'm going to make some sort of rock and rubble with that, and I'll explain how I've done it in the video that we'll be doing. I really should put my heating on. It's a bit cold, which ultimately means that this paint is not drying the way I want it to. Right, let that dry a little bit. So I'm going to be putting that dot right here. So just getting some Mephiston red, just dotting that in. You're not really going to be able to see that. So that just needs to dry for a bit. And while we're drying, we'll have a little talk about freehand, which I'm quite happy with actually. Quite happy with that freehand. Turned out really well. So well that I did it on another model. On this guy. Now I had the studio paint job as a good reference for that, and this one I kind of had to do off my own because this model doesn't have freehand on the official. So I kind of try to do the same thing but bigger. I think it turned out all right. But I want to do as much more freehand than I actually currently do. And then obviously he's quick and simple, and then the purpley axe, which I will be doing a YouTube video for because it's on the Dark Angels as well, but I did purple because I've got a purple inlay and I kind of figured that it would kind of tie in quite nicely, and then just need to finish the head off. Right, okay. I'm just going to get a glaze of Mephiston red and Evilson scarlet, and then very carefully I'm going to just glaze up. So Dave the Infernal Brush is going to be doing a paint job on one of the Berserkers. I'm interested to see how he does it. Now, he doesn't know the official studio recipe, but he has a rough idea of what it's going to be. Just brightening that up with these glazes. Okay, let's get some edge highlights in. Again, it's not really edge highlighted in there actually, to be fair. Very few edge highlights in here, which is surprising considering what their studio are like, but it is quite a busy miniature. So I can come in and put in Hey Pete, how are you, dude? Congratulations on your painting award. Very well done. Right, there isn't much room in here to do edge highlights. There's like seriously small amount of space to play with. So I'm just going to get a small one in and then do a reflective dot. Just like the studio paint job has got, we're just going to put a reflective dot right there. Now personally, I'm going to try to get an edge highlight just next to this. We're going to be coming in with a lot darker shadow colour, but I want to at least try to get an edge highlight on there, as it is pretty damn small. Like so. Definitely want one on the top of the hand. Again, it's very, very small. If you're struggling, then magnifying glasses will definitely help. A good lamp. See all the inside of this, you're not really going to see all of that. When that arm is in place, you're not really going to see it. So you can skip parts if you need to. It's Mr. Thomas. Mr. Lover Lover. Right. We've got that reflective spot there. We've got that reflective spot here. Okay, you can kind of see the inside of that hand. Right, so we're going to go through those fingers. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. I didn't think you could see that, but you can. Unless it's just the angle at which they've taken that picture. Sorry if you can't see this, I'm just trying to hold it just to get this edge highlight right on the inside here. Right. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some Troll Slayer orange. I'm going to mix that in with some Evil Suns, and I'm just going to do another highlight. Like I said, when it comes to actually doing the Khorne Berserkers, I'm going to do the red slightly different. I'm only really doing the red like this because there's not much room to do stuff. So kind of making a 50-50 mix. Of Troll Slayer and Evil Suns. Let's get that spot highlight in there. Okay, that's how I do the fingers. Barrel has been drilled out, not very well though, but it has. But I really am looking forward to getting my hands on Angron and painting that bad boy up. I'm just going to tidy that bit of red up there. Cool. Get some Evil Suns. Just going to make a glaze, and I'm just going to stipple this. Just going to do some micro glazes on the top. There's not really much room to do an edge highlight, so next best thing. I'm just going to glaze one in. Okay, now we're going to get some pure Troll Slayer. Get those little edge highlights in. I'm going to get that highlight on the top of the hand. And not do that, it'll wreck your brush. So I've been practicing my edge highlighting a lot. So, and I'm thinking it's finally paying off. I think one of the best ways of sort of pushing your edge highlighting is get a Primaris Space Marine and paint it and try to do the heavy metal thing with doing like the edge highlights sort of inside each other, but try to be as neat as you possibly can, and don't just do it on one marine. Do it and then give it a couple of days and then do it again on a different marine or a different part of the marine, and then just keep doing that over the series of maybe a couple of months. But take your time, do it as slow as you can and make it as neat as you can, and then you will notice that after a while you will become a lot neater and it'll become a lot easier. And not only that, but you'll start to get faster. Yeah. Right. Cool. So what I need to do now is a little bit of Fire and Dragon Bright, and then some Tau Ochre. Is that Tau Ochre? Nope, it's not Tau Ochre. Where's my Tau Ochre? That's got to be my Tau Ochre. That is. bit of Tau Walker and a bit of white, and then we can start on the bronze parts. So of course, thin this down a little bit. I want this mainly on my little light spots. And then should really do all of the fingers, but as in like the edges on all sides of the fingers. Right, so that red is almost done. Almost. Right, bit of Tau Walker, bit of white, little light spot, and then that should be. If you don't have Tau Walker, Ungoro flesh, yeah, Ungoro flesh will work really well for it as well, because it's a lot paler. Ah, my white's dried out on my palette. Oh well. Time's it. Yeah, I want to be finished for about 9:30ish. Right, I almost literally put pure white then onto that. That would have been devastating. Right. Okay. Really little small dot. The main one is this one here. There you go. And then just going to put a little dot on the top of the hand. Not too many, just enough. Right, let's get the brass done. So we want Castellan, and then some Runelord brass. Now you could argue you could go for more of a yellowy, ready brass. So you know, you could probably maybe even push into likes of Skull Crusher brass. There is hash nut brass, and there's even like a coppery colour which would kind of work as well. I'm going for like a sort of darker, dirtier brass on Kharn because, you know, it's Kharn. So like a 50-50 mix of the two. I won't be, these colours will not be used on Angron when I do Angron. In regards to the brass, I'm going to go for more of a yellow brass. So I'm going to probably use like Reikland Flesh, not Reikland Flesh Shade, Retribution Armour. Damn, that stuff is strong. That is the first time I've had acrylic paint from GW. It has like a chemical, a strong smell chemical in it. Whatever they used to make that, that is strong. Will I still lick my brush? 100%. Brush lickers for life. Of course, there's no wash on this yet. I'll do that once this highlight is on. Ooh, pungent. Have a drink. Right. So yeah, I'm really hoping that he arrives on Saturday, so I can start him on Sunday. It's gotta be so cool. I also think I'm getting my head around this Instagram and YouTube Shorts thing. Been doing a lot more of them. Okay. Okay, cool. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get some silver, and we're just going to mix that in with this Runelord brass. We're just going to start highlighting up certain areas, and then we're going to get a wash of Guilliman Flesh contrast paint, and then we're going to start shading some of the areas and then there's, let that dry, and then there's a final edge highlight of silver. So I'm mainly going to concentrate these highlights around the center part. I'm going to come in with a sort of dark red black and just do like a black lining around the bronze. Just move that out of the way. I thought this was going to be a lot quicker, but apparently not. Just seeing a cock up there on the red. I got it. Cool. Cool. Just get a little bit of an edge highlight around there. And then on the inside. Okay. That's the arm looking pretty good. So what we're going to do now is, before I do that final edge highlight, I need to find my Guilliman Flesh contrast paint. Now this is the one thing I will share about contrast paints. I've had this since day one, since it was first released. It is now, as you can see, quite gloopy. It's still usable, but you do need to sort of thin it. Yes, I definitely do need to get a new one, and I will. That's once I've run out. But all contrast paint pretty much does that eventually. So thin it down, just using a bit of water. And then what I want to do is I want to concentrate this around the little studs and sort of in the bottom part. So if you imagine the arms like this, I want it be in this little like groove part here. You can come in as many times as you need to. Still going to be coming in with that black once I've done the edge highlighting. Just dabbing that in the studs. It's also really good to get in between these two armor plates. Okay, it's going to give that just a little bit to dry. Again, if you want to darken it down, you can use something like Agrax Earthshade or something along those lines. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to edge highlight all of the edges. Surprise, surprise. Part of me wants to do Angron, but do really loads of true metallics on him. Again, the edgy highlights. Yeah, I really would thinking about doing true metallics on Angron. I think there's a good scope for it. Which I think could look kind of cool. Using the edge of my brush for that. So you can see I'm just using the tip of the brush just to get those edge highlights. This is a size 0 from Rosemary CO. Amazing brushes. Now you see this part here, what you can do is very carefully, just a couple of dots of silver there in the middle, just to enhance that. We are going to edge highlight completely around all those teeth area on the model. Right. Because we like the heavy metal style here, and that means try to edge highlight everything. Actually, it doesn't. From speaking to heavy metal painters and listening to what they say, it's not really every edge. As long as if each piece of the miniature seems to be, appears to be rendered out and defined, then that seems to be what they aim for. How each of the painters go about doing that, that's down to them. If you want to get a good insight on the heavy metal painters and how they do things, then you should really follow the Infernal Brush on YouTube. He's very, very good, and you'll learn a lot if this is the style that you like. You should also hit the subscribe button as well if you're not subscribing to me. So there's the brass, which actually turned out a lot better on this shoulder pad than it did on the rest of that model. I hate that when that happens. Definitely say the brass on the arm has been easier to paint than on the main body. On the main body it seemed to be just all over the place. Oops, too much. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's looking pretty good. Just getting the hand area done. Definitely going to be using 30k vehicles in regards to tanks and stuff for the World Eaters, purely because they look better, and well, I think the Chaos vehicles should have more of a 30k aesthetic. Unless you're doing something like a Renegade chapter, then obviously it would make sense that they use 40k, I suppose. But if you're looking at one of the old Legions, then yeah, they should use 30k Rhinos and Land Raiders. So I found out that I can actually bring a Spartan in a World Eater's army, which means I could probably bring a Spartan and just load it up with 8-bound and Kharn and just chuck it down the battlefield and see what happens. But apparently it costs the CP to bring it because it's a relic, which is, I think, a price worth taking. So I'm going to get a bit of Kharn and then a little bit of black, and then I'm just going to like deep shade around the red, and this is literally lining. You could do a pure black, but I'm quite happy with how that armour is actually looking. Actually, oh, my chest hurting my bum. Right, we will be finishing soon as well. So this is ultra thin paint, and it's the idea is just to get a black line between the red and the gold. This will just make the highlights pop a little bit more. Just makes it look nicer. And a little bit more rendered out. See that? This looks better. If you do make a mistake on the black, just clean off your brush. Because it's black, because it's very thin paint, you just wipe it straight off, and it'll just, oh, what the hell that was? It'll just look better. Can do the fingers and stuff just to sort of define them a little bit more. There you go. Starting to look pretty good. looking pretty good. Very happy with this. Right. Oop, dropped it. Where'd the arm go? There it is. Right. Get a knife. I knew that was going to snap. That's not good. Okay. Let me clean all this off. Because that's gonna... Right. What we'll do is drill a hole in his arm, so hopefully that little bit of brass rod that's sticking out, that's snapped, will stick in there. Right, let's zoom back out a little bit. Okay, so like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna need to open that hole up a little bit more. I'm only doing this because of that little bit of rod. Otherwise, it's not gonna fit. I am busting for a pee as well, trying to get this done. Right. Okay. Let's see if I can clean it off a little bit better. Okay. Annoying, but never mind. We will get that working fine. And once this is dry, we can tidy up some of the areas around it. It's the one thing about pinning things when you're doing pinning assemblies, if the pin breaks and you can't get it out, it's such a nightmare. Please, why are you not sticking? Not to my finger. Right, that glue should be biting now. For fuck's sake. never easy, is it? I knew there was going to be a slight... Might have to fill that gap in with some milliput once it's dry. And then... Because the pin snapped, it's not sitting 100% flush. Okay. But either way, I'm happy with how he's looking. The red and the brass on his arms are looking pretty good. So I will get that fixed properly. I might actually have to maybe put a little bit of glue into next to that pipe so it'll attach to there. But I don't want to do too much craziness to it. So the weapons and basically the final little bit of detail on the main body needs to be done, and then that is it. So I'm going to let it dry. I am really busting for the loo, so we're going to call it there anyway, because I want to do about an hour and a half tonight. So I will be back on Sunday night. I'll be back on Sunday night. Well, hopefully Angron, starting to build and paint and get him ready to start painting. If not, it'll be a Kharn Berserker, some of the new Kharn Berserkers. So